Drake wanting to sue, or not wanting to sue, is suing UMG over Not Like Us. And no, he's not suing Kendrick Lamar. He's suing UMG. So this kind of ties in a bit to him dropping 100 gigs on his own website, him dropping some Lucy's on 100 gigs, and all the other artists in the big three as well, from Kendrick to J. Cole, kind of just dropping stuff on Instagram. Now, I'm not sure if J. Cole's independent. Obviously, Kendrick Lamar is, but I believe
I
he has a
think
deal with
Dreamville
him.
has a collaboration with something.
They do. Well, I know Kendrick, I believe, has one with UMG, with him and PG Lane. So it's kind of like not necessarily all adding up because we're getting the pieces now. It's like a story right now.
Yeah, we got
We're getting the pieces slowly, but we just don't know how to put them all together yet because there was inklings of Drake doing something, but we just don't know.
Yeah, because we talked about it. I was like, yeah, what did this mean?
Yeah, we've made a video about this on the channel. We have a clip of it, so go ahead, check that out. But let's go ahead and click on and see what the lawsuit itself says. Drake has initiated legal action against Universal Music Group and Spotify over allegations that the two companies conspired to artificially inflate the popularity of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. In the filing Monday, November 25th in Manhattan Court, Drake's Frozen Moments LLC, which I've never heard of, by the way, accused UMG of launching an illegal scheme involving bots, payola, and other methods to pump up Lamar's song, a track that savagely attacked Drake amid an ongoing feud between the two stars. Drake's attorney accuses UMG of violating the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organization Act, the federal RICO statute often used in criminal cases against organized crime. They also allege deceptive business practices and false advertising under New York state law. The court filings are a remarkable twist on the high-profile beef between the two stars, which saw Drake and Kendrick extinguishing diss tracks. That such a dispute would spill into business litigation seemed almost unthinkable in the world of hip-hop.
Yeah, I want to know what like tipped them off to this to make them think that, to make them want to them go this direction. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like it's no way that this song about me became so popular or something. Like I just don't know how you get to suing. How do you get to the suing part?
I guess the thing is like, and Nation of Drizzle, I'm here. Drizzy Glazer. I've heard a new one. Aubrey's Angels.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing those.
I haven't seen that one. Don called me that. Shout out to Don.
Yeah.
So the thing is, everybody's criticizing Drake right now. Oh, this is not hip hop. Yeah, the whoop whoop whoop. One, first of all, people that's not calling Drake hip hop, that's calling Drake not hip hop, y'all wasn't calling him hip hop either way before.
That's
So
why
let's go
I
ahead
don't
and
see
get that out
nothing
the way.
wrong with it.
I don't either. If he was never hip hop, this should be playing right into his game, right? So okay,
I'm saying
and
that's-
y'all,
yeah.
and y'all literally have already banished him out of the culture, like y'all seemingly said. So why does it matter to y'all what he's doing? Y'all just want to have him under a microscope. Now I'm not coming to Drake Aid and saying, "Oh yeah, this is the best thing I've ever seen Drake do." No, it's still whack to a degree, but I'm more so questioning. Drake doesn't have a problem with the song itself, because if he had a problem with the song itself, he would have put a cease and desist on the actual song. Yeah, he can stop people allegedly, even though I think it's been debunked that he was trying to get people DJs to stop playing Not Like Us or whatever. It's just weird that there's a song that's calling me a PDF file, and no, I'm not stopping or suing Kendrick for defamation. I'm suing the company for propping it up more. So it's one of those things where it's like, is this hurting your business, or are they actually really conspiring against you to kind of like bury you to keep you like in a contract or something like that?
I don't know. I just feel like if I'm not suing the song, technically you are suing the song if you're going at the company for boosting it up more. Like, what's your goal?
The goal is to see like, I guess like, why are you propping this up to hurt me?
Yeah, stop propping it up. Like, kill the song.
Not kill it, but don't like artificially prop it up. Like let it grow on its own naturally. That's what he's basically saying. He's saying that it didn't get that big just off of its own merit.
I'm just saying, like him having this big of an allegation, him suing them. I'm like, what evidence? I gotta know the evidence.
But also J. Cole kind of alludes to this as well, talking about bots and stuff like that in the Port Antonio track.
Yeah, but I don't know if he was alluding to Kendrick having bots.
I'm saying everybody to bots being
yeah, because
involved in
people were
general.
saying bots. Period.
Because he was saying it could be like bots like that, or like internet
They were saying
bots.
internet bots. I was hearing stuff like Drake got bots, Kendrick got bots. I was just hearing all this type of stuff.
But if Drake got bots, though, I'm not saying to you. If Drake got bots, then why is he losing to Kendrick? Like, I'm sorry, but and especially if it's bots, you could make it look like to where like if he really wanted to be Kendrick, he could have really done it. It would have just looked horrible. But also, Joe has said it early on when it first came out, like, oh yeah, Kendrick used bots. Like, duh. Like he was like, you not like beating Drake's in the number game. That's what Joe was alluding at from Joe Budden podcast on the clip.
Yeah, I watched that episode.
But Drake is alluding that there's bots happening, and there's like, okay, so you guys are like using money instead of, I guess, probably using it somewhere where it needs to be used at, or paying the artist more Instead, you're using it to prop up this one song, which Kendrick might not be seeing the benefits of that song. Which is why it feels weird that they're all releasing songs on. I'm getting my conspiracy tinfoil hat. It's just weird because it's like, oh, y'all got money to put here, but y'all not having more money to pay us. Which is why I'm like, this is all love and hip hop.
Yeah.
Why are they all releasing tracks on Instagram first? J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, they all tested something. They all in cahoots with something because they know something about Universal Music Group. And also, even though this just happened, as of right now, of this recording, Kendrick hasn't said nothing. Will he say something? Probably not. He might allude to it on the song, but he's not going to say anything unless he calls it out on a big stage like the Super Bowl. I don't know. Theorize it right now. But it's just very weird to see, like, Drake has his allegation, and Drake isn't really known for, like, their body. Because we've seen Drake lose before, even though it wasn't on this big of a level. He still lost, but this is, like, an immeasurable loss. Like, I'm not going to say, like,
But I don't think...
Not Like Us isn't deserving of being big, but he's saying, like, it's bigger than what it needs to be. Like, this kind of seems a bit too, like, too big.
I don't know, I just think it's weird because even without it being a big song, I think he just lost, bro.
No, he did lose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he lost.
So I don't know if he's...
To me, without the numbers, he lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't care about the numbers. It's not even a thing. And I was just like... He was being accused of stuff like him being with the music labels boosting him up now. Like, I remember back in the day, like, not even back in the day, like years ago, like him being everywhere, people was getting sick of that. Like, these companies are doing... What he's complaining about what they did with the Kendrick song, people were saying it's about him.
I agree.
So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's... That's why I'm saying it comes off like you're upset you're hurt about it. That's my only thing. Cause I'm like, bro, you was getting these allegations.
That's sort of
nobody sued you, but nothing like that. But it was like I felt like
but also,
every time like the label was trying to push you.
That's a different situation because it's like when you're popping Drake up, like he's not talking ill about someone on a specific manner, like a Not Like Us.
But I'm saying if the shoe was on the other foot, do you think Kendrick would have done this? Like just from like history.
Based off of how Kendrick is, because it just seems like Kendrick doesn't meddle in any of this, but also Kendrick is independent.
You say what?
Isn't Kendrick independent?
No, he has like he got stuff with Interscope and stuff still with PG Lang and all that. Bro, a lot of these companies they all partner with these like they gonna have a piece of you, bro. They have a piece like freaking Lucian and like UMG got a piece of Spotify. They get big cuts of that. Spotify bad with me, money.
But that's why he's only going after Spotify. So I guess my thing is like
Spotify need the labels because they got their music. You know what I'm saying?
But why didn't he go after Apple Music too or Tidal?
No, Spotify is the biggest one, and so you're looking at what's getting streamed on more. Spotify, and then also I think he brought up YouTube it being copywritten for not copywritten for a few like for them to push it out. But I'm like I thought that was Euphoria, not Like Us. But I don't know.
I think Not Like Us was also not like copyrighted for a little while. Cause I think
and Drake's was too at one point.
Yeah. The Family Matters, it wasn't copyrighted for that little while. Because remember, we was thinking about making it our theme.
Yeah.
Well, boy, good thing we did not
do that. But I don't know. I think more come to this, like as more info come out. I'm gonna try to do a little because we barely got to do any more.
This came out like during the hour before.
Like I'm driving, like for the get ready to come over here, like type of stuff. My bad. Before we come over here to like actually talk about it, but I don't know, man. I think it's really like we never seen nothing like this before, especially being involved in like a diss track. I'm pretty sure people have like artists, discrepancies with their labels. I don't know if I can't think of anybody suing them, but suing them on the lines of a diss track with bots and paying payola to like content creators, and it's a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? So. Next week, that's what I'm saying. Next week we might have more info on this, and I see Act is doing a live stream on this, so I might tune into that, like on my way home. But like, I don't know, man, it's getting a little crazy. I don't know. I just want to think like, what make you get to this allegation? Like, what's the true proof to this? Because if he win this lawsuit, it's some merit. Like what was going on? Like we'll understand.
Well, is it some merit, or is it they just are able to use what they have?
That's what I'm saying. Like, because I saw them saying that they didn't. Like it was money that UMG have that they didn't show or something like where it was allocated or something like that. Like they got proof of that.
Oh, so that's why basically kind of like what I was saying. So like they're not getting paid enough.
That's why I'm saying I'm trying to understand like what's there. You know what I mean?
So you got some fishy business happening over there.
But it's corporate. Bro, I'm not gonna defend the corporate structure, bro. Like
you're not gonna defend the $1 billion company, man?
No, because I know they up to some stuff. Some can be. It could be both ends of stuff up to it, but maybe it's like you being the big head and like the big artist and you being on the opposite end of it, you probably have the resources to go at them. You know what I'm saying? So this can be a thing of like this could be a good thing as well of him pushing back to like the corporate structure into the record label. So I just think it's weird just because it's a diss track. That's the only thing that if you put in that element, you're like, dang, he went to the feds or something. You know how people do it. But like, to be honest, like this also can be like something that could actually be like a big movement of like the biggest artists, one of the biggest artists in the world, like going at the biggest freaking record label in the world. So I don't know. I think this is gonna be, this is gonna be history right here.
One of the things I think we was talking about before is that how Drake has he has the most grossing hip hop tour. Mm-hmm. His deal with UMG was with $400 million. Mm-hmm. His tour grossed over that.
Yeah.
So he could have probably recouped on he could have recouped on the deal. Probably paid himself out of the deal.
That must be net. How much he netted out of
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he netted like.
But I'm pretty sure besides that he also is still getting money on top of his actual music itself. So
of course
he probably could have recouped out of his deal. Which I guess for me, there's something else underlying to where it's like, why get the $400 million deal? Why stay in it? You have one of the biggest grossing tours ever. Why not pay yourself out, or are they not paying you enough to pay yourself out?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because it seems like Drake kind of wants to do whatever he wants because he's Drake, and they're not letting him. The Signs the 100 gigs thing, he released that stuff. Then he himself gets it copyrighted on his own Finsta page, and then he has to put it up on streaming.
It's like it's hard to like even speak on this stuff because like I said before, like execs, people that work in the music industry, they don't do interviews. They don't really talk about the grimy side of the business.
Of course,
they just don't. They don't let you know their sauce. So it's like hard to understand this stuff. And like you want to talk about it, you want to know more, but they don't allow you to know more, especially unless you in those rooms. And some of the people that was execs that wasn't in those like C suites, the big suites, like knowing what's going on. Like they just know what they know at that level, but they know that people are getting effed over. But most of the stuff, bro, I remember really trying to like look up interviews of different like execs and stuff and trying to understand like what they do, how do you get in this, bro. They don't even talk, bro. It's hard to find these people, anything. Like type them into YouTube, bro. You barely hear them. You don't see nothing. And I'm like, what in the world? You just see mostly, sometimes they do like interviews, like, articles with stuff, but they like very vague, really vague. So I don't know, bro. I know it's a lot of grimy stuff. It's corporate. Corporate is worse than the streets, bro. So Drake going against corporate, it could be a good thing. I'm even gonna, like, if you want to do the whole jokes about, oh man, this is a rap beef, but if you actually want to think about it,
the business
like
side
the business side of like them actually, if this true and them getting outed for being this, if we know this is a really corrupt corporate system and somebody at the biggest level is Drake going at it, this could be a good thing. You can look at it in that point of view too. I just started looking at it that way. So
I'm just curious to see, once we finish this episode, as the week goes by, what do other rappers have to say? Because I think that will really be the telling part.
I think of course I want to hear Joe Budden on the point on it because he gets a lot into like the industry, him being a rapper and stuff, and like he could break down some stuff, and a lot of them been saying about it's something iffy about Drake going on tour, and he's fit to go back on tour. We saw that as well. He fit to go back on tour.
Yeah, on Australian tour.
Yeah,
in the Max Win tour
in March, and that he just left tour. So
was it March or February?
No, February. Yeah, so. And I think he said it ends in March. So, and it's like an Australian tour, but he's back on tour. So it's like, what is going on?
A lot of people are speculating because he's trying to avoid being in America.
No, that's not even a thing. I think Drake has, he has a big entourage. I think Drake is paying a lot of people, bro.
Why you say that?
I'm just gonna say that, bro. I don't know much, but what I can see in the ties, I think Drake I think he got extorted. I think it's extortion with Drake.
We'll stop right there.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get this thing shut down.
Yeah.
Look, we just started. Look, I'm not trying to get sued like MFR.
Yeah.
Hey, them boys didn't post for hours after that. They always retweeting some of their
stuff. Have they posted? Let's look real quick. Let's do the check. We're going to do the NFR check.
Hey, live and direct from the BBC.
Let's see if they post anything, B.
Oh, come on, B. I got to see.
NFR.
Okay.
We have nothing in 7 hours. They have
not posted. Oh my God.
In 7 hours, and this is rare. They posted.
Go to their replies. Go to the replies
and see what
they replied to anything.
No, bro.
Oh my God,
Nothing.
they are scared. they are scrambling.
Hey,
y'all
bro.
better stop sharing Kendrick stuff.
Hey, boy, shivering, bitch, boy, shivering in them boots, boy.
Well, hey, we won't have to worry about that because we gonna stay authentic over
Hey,
here. We keep it
authentic.
authentic and we don't take no payoffs unless you want to, pay off for a sponsorship. That's different.
Hey, that's
give me a
it.
little Google something. Hey.
But hey, only like me, I only want to support companies and stuff that I use, products. I don't want to give y'all something I won't use.
Bump that. I'm telling y'all for real. Hey, this time to pay some bills right now. I'm gonna give you my
Hey,
information.
I just put you in it. Hey, you can take that ad.
Hey.
I don't want to lie to the people.
I'm
Yo,
not
I
lying.
use this every night.
Look. Refer back to this video. Not everything that we get sponsored for, I'm not using it. I said that on my main channel
used to
before.
tell me?
Yeah, I used to tell them on Twitch streams. I'm like, yo, y'all gonna have to realize, like, some of my sponsors, hey, I gotta pay some bills around here. I'm like, hey, just because I get it don't mean I use it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Like, I keep
Hey.
this style out.
Hey,
Like,
you can take it that approach too. I'm like, yo, y'all want it, y'all can get it.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I gotta pay some bills around here though if y'all want to keep the content. And people, if they really mess with you, they're like, we don't care what you put out there as long as you get your bag. But
Right
yeah,
on.
but let's go ahead and get on to the next topic because Drake, he's in a very messy situation.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.